Bodybuilding myths holding you back. Myth 6, you don't have to be strong to be big. For a variety of reasons, people, even those with an equal amount of muscle mass, vary in strength enormously. It might have something to do with fast twitch/slow twitch muscle ratios, or it might have something to do with the efficiency of nerve pathways or even limb length and the resultant torque. But it is still a relative term. To get bigger muscles, you have to lift heavier weight, and you, not the guy next door, have to become stronger than you were? Increasing muscle strength in the natural athlete, except in a very few, rare instances, requires that the tension applied to muscle fibers be high. If the tension applied to muscle fibers are light, maximal growth will not occur. Myth 7, the training programs that work best for pro bodybuilders are best for everyone. You see it happen every day in gyms across the country. Some bodybuilding neophyte will walk up to a guy who looks like he's an escaped attraction from Jurassic Park and ask him how he trains. The biggest guy in the gym likely got that way from either taking a tremendous amount of drugs and or by being genetically predispositioned to get big. Follow a horse home and you'll find horse parents. The guy in your gym who is best bodybuilder is the guy who has made the most progress and done the most to his physique using natural techniques. He may still be a pencil neck, but he may have put on 40 pounds of lean body mass to get where he is, and that, in all probability, took some know-how. That person probably doesn't overtrain, keeps his sets down to a minimum, and uses great form and concentration on the eccentric, negative, portion of each exercise repetition. Many pros spend hours and hours doing innumerable sets, so many it would far surpass the average person's recuperative abilities. If average people followed the routines of average pro bodybuilders, they would, in effect, start to whittle down what muscle mass they did have or, at best, make only a tiny bit of progress after a couple of years. 8. You can't build muscle on a sub-maintenance calorie intake diet. It may be a little harder, and it may require a little bit more know-how and a little bit more conscientious effort, but it can be done. The fact is, the obese state in humans and animals is not universally correlated with absolute levels of caloric intake, and neither is the accrual of lean body mass. The ability to realize changes in lean/fat ratios is regulated by components of the autonomic nervous system working in concert with several endocrine hormones. This is called nutrient partitioning. For example, certain beta-agonist drugs like clenbuterol increase meat production in cattle over 30% while simultaneously diminishing body fat without increasing the amount or composition of their feed. Other drugs, including growth hormone, certain estrogens, cortisol, ephedrine, and IGF-1 are all examples of repartitioning agents. All increase oxygen consumption at the expense of fat storage independent of energy intake. 9. You can't grow if you only work each body part once a week. If you work out intensely, then it can take 5 to 10 days for the muscles to heal. Although the following should be taken with a grain of salt when determining your own exercise frequency, a study in the May 1993 issue of the Journal of Physiology revealed it can take weeks for muscles to recuperate from an intense workout. The study involved a group of men and women who had worked their forearms to the max. All of the subjects said they were sore 2 days after exercising, and the soreness was gone by the 7th day, and the swelling was gone by the 9th day. After 6 weeks, the subjects had only gained back half the strength they had before the original exercise. By no means are we advocating that you wait 2 months between workouts, but we are trying to prove the point that it takes muscles longer to heal than what you might have previously thought. For some people, especially natural bodybuilders, waiting a week between body part workouts might be just what the doctor ordered for size and strength gains. 10. You can't make gains if you only train with weights 3 days a week. Although you probably couldn't find a single steroid-assisted athlete who trains only 3 days a week, there's absolutely no reason why a 3-day-a-week routine couldn't work for many natural athletes. As long as your routine attacked the whole body and you worked to failure on each set, you could easily experience great gains on this sort of routine. However, you need to pay even more attention to your diet if you only train 3 days a week, especially if your job involves little or no physical activity, and you like to spend your idle time eating. Ignore those who say 3-day-a-week bodybuilders are only recreational lifters. Think quality and not quantity. Like, subscribe and share this video with your grandma and then expect great experiences as your reward. Just kidding. But there are 5 more myths coming, so stay tuned.